is your counting.
4, 3,
Yeah.
2, 1, go. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Fan View, where most of the teams have played 19 games, we have gone halfway through. Arsenal sitting on top have not even gone halfway through, but they are 8 points. They are 5 points ahead of the table.
Right now, yeah.
They are 5 points ahead of the table, and we're here to discuss breakdown things. We're here with the same people, Jesse, Bola, K, and we have a guest today, Mr. Augustine. Mr. Augustine, how are you doing? And welcome to Fan View.
Thank you, Moyo.
Yeah.
Welcome, everyone. Pleased to join you in from Benin, Nigeria. I stumbled through your program and I felt it's a thing to encourage and work with. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, thank you for
I'm
coming.
a Man U fan. Man U fan since when Premiership have not started.
Okay. Well, we're going to get back to that. But before we get back to you, Mr. Augustine, let's introduce the other people. Kay, how are you doing sitting on top of the table?
Well, I'm doing. Yeah. I wanted to say you should know the feeling, but I'm not sure you know the feeling. But yeah, it feels good. I'm just there.
Okay. GB, how are you doing? Man City won yesterday finally. I know at first half you were hungry, but like, what's the result and the performance, and how do you feel?
Lovely to be here once again. I am still not happy because I didn't think we were at the levels that we thought. Because when I listened to Pep's conference, post-match conference, it just showed how much there are issues in the team. So yeah, but we won, right? On another day, we probably would not have won if it were another team. Well, yeah, 3 points and can't complain.
Okay. Jesse, how are you doing? Chelsea did play. Chelsea hasn't played since when? Is this Saturday or Sunday? Yeah, but they're playing tomorrow against Liverpool. How do you feel going into the match, and how do you think the club is doing right now?
Welcome. Hello, guys. I think that Chelsea is in a good position right now with what we're building at the club, and tomorrow I'm expecting us to be able to beat Liverpool, especially with the fact that they don't have Van Dijk fit to play. Or with the new signings, I think that we should be able to get the results.
Okay. Okay. So before we move on, Mr. Augustine, I just wanted to tell us why you became a Man U fan and your best experience has been a Man U fan.
Growing up, it was my own time. It was Man U all the way because of Alex Ferguson, the spirit he had in the team, and the ability to manage the team at that time. And there were just 2 clubs then, and I know you guys should guess the other club after Man U. Maybe that would be spoiler. So I know there were just 2 clubs then. And, I had the opportunity to experience how Beckham was a footballer. So that pushed me up to love the team, and most especially the coaching crew. And since that team left Man U, you know what is happening in Man U, but
yeah.
The feeling is still good. Red all the way. Yeah.
Okay. GB is like he was taking a dig at your team. I mean, that time nobody was supporting Man City there. But then let's move on. Okay, let's talk about Trossard signing for Arsenal this evening. How do you feel about the signing? Yeah. And I think he signed a centre back from Spurs. I don't know if I.
Oh yeah, Kiwi Polish or something.
Yeah. So what do you think about the signings?
Well, for Trossard, I think it's a very, very good addition. Like we needed that because there are a lot of games to play now, coming from Cup, Europa League, the league. The games are coming fast and any type of and adding Trossard, someone with enough games at the highest level of the Premier League, he's used to the pressure and everything. He has gone to some high tension environment, and he has come out with goals and all that. So yeah, it's a very good addition. Though I don't know, I let's just see how it goes. But like on paper, it's a very very good addition. So hopefully it works for the club.
Okay.
In regards the QPR guy, I don't know. I've never seen him play. I don't even know someone like that exists. But based on the whole what's it called about him on Twitter, I think he's kind of good also. So that is really we have never had any cover at left central back for Gabriel. So having someone in is actually good too. So now I think Gabriel will be able to rest for some games. But I think Gabriel has only missed one game for us this season. He has played everything. So I think the guy signing will give him a much needed rest. So yeah, the two deals are very, very good. So let's just see. On paper, they are good. It's what the club needs. But let's see how they translate into the team.
Okay. Jesse, I come to you because I think on Twitter now I've seen people comparing Trossard to Modric that you just signed, and then it's like Chelsea wasted money on Modric. Really could have gotten Trossard. You hearing Trossard went to Arsenal and you signed Modric for 100 million. Does that make you feel bad of the price, or do you think that was the right decision? And do you rate Trossard?
Yeah, I think that Trossard is definitely a good player, but when you look at like the age gap between both of them, because Trossard is 29, even though he may look young, he's 29 years old.
Wow.
So him going to Arsenal for
No,
like
it's
I think
28,
was
28, 28.
Baba, not the same thing now. He's turning 29 this year.
How? It's 28.
He's turning 29 this year.
No, it's
You look at the
28.
fact
We
that
just clocked 28.
oh,
This year or last year?
he was 28 last year. I remember when Chelsea were linked
This
to him
year?
now.
No, he just clocked 28 this year.
Okay, let me check it. Let me check it.
Fast check.
Yeah, check now. I think he just clocked 28 recently. Check.
Okay, if he's clocked 28, he's 29.
He's still 28-ish.
He's 28 and
his birthday is in December. He's 2029 this year.
Yeah, it's 2029 in December.
He's 29.
So he's 2029. He's 2029 this year. And then you see Modric that just turned 22 in January. I think it was January 4th. So he was 21 from last year. So you can see like the age gap between both of them. And like right now, you can say that arguably that Trossard is meant to be in his prime. Like, and then this is his prime is like moving from Brighton to Arsenal. So I just think when you're considering the age difference between both of them, yeah, the price I don't think is still justified, but you can understand where the angle in which Chelsea were coming from. But yeah, I still do think that Trossard is a very good player. He can fill in like positions at both the left and right side of Arsenal's attack. So he's going to be a good addition to them.
Okay. What about Caicedo? You guys are linked to buying Caicedo. Do you personally rate him, or do you don't, or you don't want
to? I think that for that price tag is very very steep. Like I don't think we should be costing 70 odd million for like a player that I won't say he has not 100% proven himself, but he has shown that he's a talent, but like he hasn't like gotten to the higher stages, or you cannot see him playing like high level of international football and high level of Champions League football and stuff like that. So I think that 70 million for him is a very very pricey. Because if you see Modric, or at least Modric has played in the Champions League. He played against like big clubs. He played against Madrid. He played against a lot of clubs in Champions League. So he has that experience. He has played there before. But Caicedo has not done any of that. So I just think that 70 million for him is very, very expensive.
Okay. GB, I come to you now. Man City has not made any signing. I think Pep said it before the transfer window that Man City were not in the market. Do you worry about that, or do you think at least they should bring one person just to boost up the squad's confidence? Because it looks like even if they won yesterday, it looks like the confidence is down at the moment.
No, it's not even actually a matter of confidence. I think it's a matter of complacency and the feeling in the dressing room. So Pep said in his prep conference now, there's this feeling that you get, that you feel from your players when they've won 4 Premier Leagues in the last 5 years, and then it doesn't feel like the hunger is there, right? And it was criticizing the players for not protecting Rico Lewis yesterday. I mean, Tottenham fouled Jagger severally, and even the fact that the team does not like totally appear cohesive like units. And you also mentioned the fact that if we had lost yesterday and they're like, oh, he didn't play Bernardo Silva, he didn't play KDB. And no, that's not the reason. It's the entire team, it's the squad, the entirety of it. And that being said, I don't think there's any need for any new addition. Personally, I don't think there's need for that. I think it's fine. And about the Chelsea Modric deal, I think it's a perfectly okay deal to me, right? Because if you look at the length of contract that this guy signed, that's like 8 to 9 years. Like I think 8 years. There's something about transfer fees, right? So and you check his wages are about 50,000, I think, sort of around that area. That's when I read it. So if you try to get that kind of player, right, and the contract deal is that long, so what happens is the amortization fees spread out. You have to pay so much like every year. So it makes sense. I think it's good. I think for his ceiling, right? So I think he's a player everybody knows the potential that could be. Mm-hmm. And then for that ceiling, that amount, and being able to tie him down to that large number of years, I think it makes sense. I think it's a very good one. And Trossard might just be a short-term solution, but I think in the longer term, I really go with the positive. I mean, Arsenal wanted this guy first choice, so it shows how much this guy could offer.
Okay, Mr. Augustine, I want to ask you about Manchester United because a lot of people here, not a lot of people, but Jesse in particular said we're in a title race. I mean, I've said we're never going to finish top 4 this season because we've not brought in players and everything. Do you think we need players to be brought in, and if you think we do, what positions? And if we don't get any player this January apart from Weghorst, do you think we can still finish in top 4?
Yes. I think the absence of Ronaldo has given the team another new opportunity to prove themselves. Yeah, so I think the coach should look inward and build the team. It should give Rashford more opportunity to showcase his skill. I believe in that young lad.
Garnacho.
Though many people, Garnacho, yes. I think that Ronaldo was a distraction for the team. No, I respect him as a player. He has done everything he could do as a footballer. But mind you, bringing such culture into that team was a miss. But now I think that they are set. If not, I'm giving the top 2.
Top 2, wow.
Yeah. Man City is going down. No. The coach said it. No, the coach said it, and he knows what he meant. By I think the fans are also empty, also because the Premiership is no more where they want to be.
Personally, because I think what people was trying to do was sort of steer a reaction from the players, right? So at the end of the press conference yesterday, a journalist minded him and said, "You said you didn't want the Premier League." I was like, "No, are you literally thinking about him? It's not possible, right? That's why I signed a new contract, because I want to win. I want to be the one winning." It's like, I think I posted something on my status. I don't know if you read it, Moyo, about Pep, and I was like, I want to beat Arsenal. We don't want to be flower guys. We don't want to be the sweet, cool team. We want to be the team that everybody doesn't want to play against. But
really the hunger is no more there.
Yeah, right. But the quality is there, and that would still drive through a lot of matches. And I think when the hunger comes back with the quality, then it shows what Man City has always been. The match yesterday was not as a result of hunger, to be honest. So just Mahrez and quality, and then it finishes. It was not something crazy. We didn't suddenly, Pep said he didn't tell them anything at halftime. He didn't say, you have to do this or you have to do that. They're the players, right? They're the ones that get to play. So I think the quality is there, right? I'm going to finish ahead of Man U. What?
I mean, I don't think that has happened since Ferguson left. We finished in above City. So it's I think,
Yeah. I think this is the point they want to prove because Ferguson was the mind behind Ronaldo.
mm-hmm.
And don't be surprised that these guys, they know how to cut their shots. They know what they want, and there's nothing Man City is looking for again in the top two. Anywhere top four is good for them. Anywhere top
Okay.
four is good for them.
Okay, so let's try and go through the games this weekend. We have we're going to talk about Liverpool, Chelsea, and Arsenal United as the last two games. But before we go there, let's talk about GB. No, before we go into the matches, GB, I wanted to talk about Liverpool. What signings do you think they have to make?
He has always said it. I think most of us know that they actually need a midfielder. I think they do. I think they really, really do. I think one thing I've seen watching Liverpool games this season is just the coaching. Like it's not sticking, right? Like they want to press high, they want to play with a high line, and then the midfield is not coordinated. And so once the initial press is broken, then it's chaos. You're running towards Liverpool, and it's like they're running towards their house. And that's why you saw, I think I said it the last time, that Brighton Liverpool was like an ultimate sleep, like banana sleep. A team that wants to beat you to come and press, and a team that is not pressing well. Because for you to press high and well, everything has to be well coordinated. The front, the midfield, the back, it has to be a well-knitted thing. And if it's not well-knitted, so I think apart from the signing, they could actually make a signing and still be worse. Because there are just so many issues. But if they want to make a signing, probably a midfielder, but I think it's just more than the signings.
Okay. So let's try moving in this weekend's games. Everton versus West Ham. Jesse, talk to us about that match. We're hearing that if West Ham loses, Moyes might be sacked. And we're hearing if Lampard loses, it might be sacked too by Everton. Just talk about the Everton part of it. What do you think is wrong there? And what changes do you think needs to be made? Do you think Lampard needs to get the sack, or are there more problems there in the club?
I really don't know how to pinpoint particularly what the problem with Everton is right now, because I don't really pay attention to a lot of their matches. But I feel that them not having like a proper number 9 is obviously like a hindrance to Lampard actually succeeding at the club. And a lot of times they try to get Calvert-Lewin back into like full fitness playing for them, and then he came in. I think there was a game like his first start. He scored 2 goals. They were able to win the match, and then he got injured after that. So, these inconsistencies with injuries, it always affects like teams.
But I mean,
if
they don't have a number 9, they have Mope.
That guy is not a real number 9. It's not a striker that can give you, for a team like Everton, give you at least maybe 12 to 15 goals per season. I don't think he can do that.
Doesn't that pinpoint on the fact that Lampard chose this player? Lampard wanted Mope to come to Everton. Like,
him getting Mope was more of like a backup kind of option. He's not going to get. He felt that Calvert-Lewin was coming back into fitness, so he was just going to get Mope for the time being, and then when Calvert-Lewin should get back into fitness, he can start starting for the team. I don't think that he was seeing it in the sense that he was going to buy another world-class striker, or let me not say world-class boy, and that very good striker that will come and then start like fighting for Calvert-Lewin's place, and then it's not be like a kind of I want to play kind of situation. So I think that's the problem. But going into this match, I think he knows that this is like a do or die kind of game. So his players will want to play for the badge in a way. I think another problem is I think Iwobi is injured now as well. So like these injuries are something that I feel like is affecting Everton a lot. Well, just personally, because of he was a Chelsea legend, I really like Lampard. I don't like him to get sacked, but I find it hard to believe that he's going to last to the end of the season.
Okay. Mr. Augustine, I mean, David Moyes has been United, and he went on to Everton to make some he went on to West Ham and he has really made them a very good team. But then these past few weeks, they've not been a good team. They're in the relegation zone. What do you think he needs more time? And do you think it's justifiable if he loses this game against Everton, he should get the sack?
Yeah, I should go because I don't see Everton losing the game. You see, you have to look at the options that is out for Moye. I think there's one thing about this um, football now. See, the young lad are coming up to do some things that will bring in more intensity to the game. So Moye is no more in that light.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see him being able to fix that team now. Not to find themselves in relegation. Tomorrow I give it that they are going to lose Wofford.
I guess Everton. Everton too are struggling at the moment.
Yeah, I know, but Lampard, he had the opportunity to make a statement, and he is going to take the advantage.
Okay. Score prediction, Mr. Augustine, for that match, West Ham Everton.
2-0 Everton.
Jesse.
I think that both defenses we have too much problems. So I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw.
Okay, GB. What? 1-1. Yeah, we're not hearing you, Shaba. I read your lips. K, please. Yeah, we can hear you now. K, please give us your score prediction and please talk about Newcastle now because everybody keeps saying United are in a title race, but like everybody seems to not pick Newcastle, and Newcastle are doing really well at the moment. And their next game is against Crystal Palace, which looks like they can win, but it looks like they can draw points. So, but just talk to us about Newcastle. How impressed do you think they have been? And why do you think people? Okay, I know why people don't consider them title contenders because people still see them as that small club. But do you put them in that same line that they are title contenders?
They have been very, very impressive this season. They have been very, very impressive. But I don't know. I just feel like it's just the whole big team, small team mentality and the likes. People feel like when it's like comes to it, they'll probably crumble and all that. But like I said, this is the Premier League. Like as we can see, even from the way Premier League clubs do transfers, you know this Premier League. No team is a small team or a big team or anything. I feel like Newcastle. I don't see them challenge for the title actually, but like I feel like they will make a very, very strong case for the top four. Make a very, very strong case for the top four. They have been good actually. They have been very, very good. But I feel like when it just comes to it, there will be a lot of matches playing the midweek, playing at the weekend, midweek, and all that. So I don't know. I don't think they have the kind of players that can make them to go through that period without dropping loads of points. But we have to like talk about the fact that their defense has been so good. I think they've kept 11 clean sheets out of 19 games. That is massive. So maybe the defense will be able to play them out for some matches, but at the same time, I feel like they will still come short of challenging for the title. Maybe a top four finish is more for them. I don't see them challenge for the title. So and about people not seeing them, just the facts. This is the Premier League. At the end of the day, the top teams will always be the top teams. I didn't mean that the way Man City are playing badly, Chelsea playing badly, Liverpool playing badly. If Arsenal was playing badly also, and but the fact that it's a big team that is actually playing well, I feel like we have the edge over them. I would have said we have a Leicester City season, but they have one. The thing they have now is that there's a big team actually. Leicester City season, nobody was playing well. Everybody was so poor. Other clubs were so poor, so it gave Leicester City like free run for the title. But this time around, it's not the same thing for Newcastle. I don't think they'll be able to be like be thereabouts at the end of the season. So yeah, they are going to like scatter the water a little bit, make everything hard and all that. But I don't see them challenge for the title. I see Man U as more of a threat to the title than Newcastle in any way, in every way.
Okay.
So, about scoreline for Everton West Ham, I don't even know. The two teams are too poor for me to even like say anything about their match. They are too poor. So I don't know, but like the fact that the two coaches are, they are on their job is actually on the line. So I see it. I see the match as a draw. I don't know what, but I see it as a draw.
Okay. Okay, GB. On Newcastle, why do you think? I don't think they've signed anybody yet this January, and everybody keeps saying, "Oh, Newcastle has the money." We saw Klopp talking about that. They saying Newcastle have joined the teams that can spend when they want to and everything, but like they don't seem to be spending. It's like, and they are doing such a great job. Why do you think they've not bought any player this January, and do you think it will affect them going for the rest of the season?
I think it's a matter of if it's not sports, don't change it. I think what they have right now is good. I think when you have teams like Newcastle, where it's sort of, so if you look at Newcastle, right, they still have some of those players that were there last season, and some of their best performance haven't even been the new guys. So the new guys have also performed. You have Bruno Guimaraes playing absolutely fantastic, and the centre back that they bought, I've forgotten his name, Botman, right? But you have guys like Almiron, Jolinton, Wilson at some point of the season before the World Cup. Dan Burn, I think they bought Dan Burn anyway. But Fabian Schär, so they have some very key influential players that are still contributing so well to the team. And if it's working, so why change it? I mean, and with a team like Newcastle, like you need the first 11 to be present for almost every game. So you find that they hardly change. They hardly try to tweak the team. So as long as that's going fine, then maybe no need for any transfers. And then if it's a January transfer window, you probably wouldn't make or buy players that would change the entire course. That doesn't happen every time. We've seen it happen with Bruno Fernandes at Man United. We've seen it happen with Luis Diaz at Liverpool. But it doesn't happen every time. It's not a constant thing where you buy a player in January transfer window and then it smashes and then it takes you so high. That being said, they have Isak back from injury. I think he scored in his previous game. So yeah, I think the squad is still good. They don't have too many competitions to play, which means there's not too many competitions to fight for, not too many people to rotate about. So I think they're comfortable.
Okay. Jesse, do you think they finished top 4 this season?
Definitely not. I think Europa League is more like how I put it, it's more of a win.
It's more of your level. It's more of your level. Just say it.
Okay. I'll not talk. One of us is in Champions League. One is in Europa League right now. But yeah.
Okay.
I think the Europa League is more like realistic for them because definitely teams will start picking up momentum from the like moving into the latter stage of the season. So I think that their main focus will be on that Carabao Cup because they're in the semi-finals already. So I think that they'll put most of their attention there, like because that's going to be like it should be a huge trophy for them. They are able to win it this season. But going into the league, I think that when teams like Liverpool and Chelsea start picking up form, I just feel that they'll overtake them eventually.
Okay. Okay, so let's move on to Man City. Man City is playing Wolves on Sunday. GB, let's talk about Man City Wolves. I don't think Man City always have a good record against Wolves. So
that was the past. That was a while ago. That
okay,
was
so, under
Espirito.
Okay, so how do you feel? Do you feel confident going into the match?
I think the words that I would use going to this match is I'm expectant. I want to see the sort of reaction that I'm going to see from the players after that press conference that Pep had, because he really, really brought everybody out. Like he took everyone else. Like I'm throwing you out to the press. Normally, Pep tries to protect his players in press conferences. No. They played well. They played good. Even if you played rubbish, so they played well. I'm satisfied. Well, no. Yesterday was like I just think what he did was like the last launch at, okay, can I revive these guys? I need this hunger from this guy. So I'm really eager to see. Even criticize the fans. Pep
Yeah.
did. Like halftime, boos and all. Like, why can't you push your or support your or push your team? So I think it's the Wolves game is a game of expectancy. What are these guys going to show? How are these guys going to play? You know, he had to drop KDB because KDB has been dropping stinkers, playing badly.
Yeah,
And, yeah.
wait, Juby, sorry. On that note, does it bother you when he talks about defense like that? Because I mean, there was one time he said something about Champions League game. It's about fans not turning up and everything. Does it bother you when?
Because nobody really cares about Man City fans on social media anyway. They're like, we're too small. Also, yeah, it doesn't bother me. But yeah, I think sometimes he has his point yesterday because if I was in the stadium, I would be launching tomatoes and eggs at anybody head because I was so pissed at time.
Man City fans, one game.
So I think I'm one of them. So and I think it shouldn't be right because if you look at the amount of success these guys have had in recent years, like we should like try to support at least. But yesterday it was like everybody was so mad, like they didn't care. So yeah, I don't think it bothers me as long as the fans, we all, with the few of us, the five of us, we know. You know
what? I don't understand what you're talking about.
I'm bantering myself.
Okay. I was good to now. I maybe forgot what I was going to ask again. Mr. Agustin. So we're hearing about Haaland not doing well. I mean, Haaland being the reason why Man City are not playing as well as they can and everything. Do you think that's part of the reason why they're not playing that well, or do you think Pep was right about the complacency of the team?
Yeah, it's a multifunctional thing. I think Haaland came on with that banger, and the whole players were now relying on him to do the finishing. Yeah, but this Premiership now. Nobody wants to give you that. I was part of the people that was looking at Haaland going for 25 goals. But you could see that Premiership, the spirits, the defense, the techniques, the understanding of the game is calling on him now to have to improve his game. He's a good lad, he's good, but you don't come to Premiership and just start with that tempo. So I think that is one of the factors, and they have to look away from him. And I think it's time for Man City to know that we can have two great teams in the city. Yeah, there's nothing that's bad about that. So I think there's also the factor of the fans is really playing out. And I think that is why Pep is talking about it. They really need to push these guys, to bring in some bites. If they didn't come up with Wolves good, I think that would be an opportunity for other teams to know that Man City will not be in the top four.
Will not be in the top four.
Yeah. If they didn't come out well in Wolves. No, see, be sincere. I don't see Haaland coming back this season.
He scored yesterday, yeah. I think he did.
Yeah, he scored.
Yeah,
He scored one. Yeah, but you see what they are talking about, him being able to do it back to back in each match. I don't think he's going to do that for this season. He needs time to be able to understand that defense line of Premiership on how to go about it. It's not the whole time when you just come and put your leg and you score a goal.
GB, it's like you have Ten Hag spirits here. Ten Hag said Eras comes ahead, and then Mr. Agustin is.
Quickly, let me just say one thing. I think about Haaland, right? So Haaland needs to be in the box to finish. That's kind of player is a finisher. And before you score goals, before the ball gets to the box, I think I said last time we were here, so many processes have to take place. Build up, passes from the midfield, from the defenders to the wingers before it gets to the striker, right? Mm-hmm. The build-up process has to be good because if there is no build-up, there can't be a goal. Like, so many things have to happen before Haaland scores. And the issue we've had is, it's not like he's missing chances. We are not having shots on targets. We're not creating chances, like 0 shots on targets. The ball is not getting to the box. The players, the build-up process is bad. We're not able to build up play. Against Man U in the first half, we couldn't pass the midfield. Like, we couldn't build up anything. He has to start coming deep so that I could get balls as close as Rodri even. So I don't think it's a matter of Haaland. I think it's a matter of the team not building up, because Haaland is going to score if the ball is in the box. It's obvious. I mean, he still did yesterday. Once he gets the chance, I promise you he's going to score. That's what kind of player he is. But the build-up process is not good. It's not good enough. KDB, the likes of Cancelo, those guys that make it easy. Haaland is not like Mbappe. Like, I think we can all agree to that. He's not going to do the dribbles and the beautiful stuff, just the goals. So once the process of getting the goals, see the first half of the season, I mean, before the World Cup, this guy was scoring goals for fun. We're creating chances for fun. We're just creating chances. KDB was having assists every time. But it's different. KDB is not playing well. Team is not creating chances. And I cannot score goals. Like, that's just it. But it's what it is.
I think that what I'll just add is that he's not seeing as much chances, because Alan has been getting chances and missing a lot as well. You need to put that into account. He got like 3 good chances against Chelsea and blazed it over the bar. He had that chance against United and blazed it over the bar as well. So he has been getting chances still. It's not. It's just the fact that it's not getting as much as he used to before.
I mean, that's how elite strikers. You can't score every chance you get now. But if you get few chances, then it's now obvious that this guy is not, because, like, imagine you get 5 chances and you score like 2 goals or 3 goals, but you have like 2 or 3 chances and you don't score any. Then it's obvious that your effort is not showing. But I get what you're saying anyway. I don't think he's been at his best, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to say something, sir?
No, I think that we shouldn't rule over the fact that Alan has not been his best for this second after the World Cup.
Yeah, he has not been.
Yeah. So if he has not been his best, yes. So
yeah, I agree with that too.
Okay, Jesse. So talk about Wolves. Joel Lopetegui. I don't know how to pronounce his first name, but then he has come to Wolves. I think he has changed something about them. They went to Anfield. They brought against Liverpool. Going into this match, what do you expect from them?
I think that they'll be going into the match against Man City, seeing them as some sort of like wounded dogs. The fact that they're not playing at their best right now in the season. So he'll be looking at this as a prime time to play Man City, seeing that they can be able to like nick a point or 3 against them. But you see the fact that like players like Martinez Nunez is not going to be available because of like the whole Liverpool. I don't think he's going to play like because of the Liverpool saga. So
yeah,
it's going to be like a difficult game for them to get like a point or even 3 against Man City. But yeah, it will be an interesting game because he has really changed the way Wolves are playing this season. The only thing I think is missing is the fact that they cannot just put the ball into the back of the net constantly, like the way, because you know the way Raul Jimenez was before his injury, and now they are 2 complete opposite people. Right now, he can't really offer as much to Wolves as he used to, and Diego Costa is not really looking like he's going to be putting in goals as much because he still has football rust. He hasn't played.
Yeah, I think GB even predicted itself that he was going to flop. It was.
Yeah, he hadn't played for 6 months or so because he has not played like football.
GB. Yeah.
That was retirement. But like,
well, and then you can. I feel like this new signing that they made. What's his name?
Cunha.
The new Cunha, Mateus Cunha. I think he's a good player, but he's not a number 9 that can give you as much goals. So I just think that is that part of the field that they're having problems with. Like every other thing, their build-up play is nice. Their defense is solid. They bought Collins from Burnley, and he's a very solid player. He has been really solid this season. I think the only game he had that was bad was against Man City when he got a red card for a very stupid tackle. But yeah, he has been really solid. So every other place they're looking really solid. I just think that if they're able to convert chances that they create, they'll be able to hurt Man City in the match.
Okay, okay, you're the one above Man
Yes.
City at the moment. When you watch Man City play at
For
the
the
moment, do you think the does it give you more confidence to say, oh, okay, we can actually win this league? Or are you seeing this same thought of mind that, oh, these people can always still turn up and still pass us? And what's the score prediction for Man City Wolves?
I don't know. Maybe it's because of how much I've seen Man City do this in this league. Man City can just turn up and win their next 18 games, like easily. So I don't know. I feel like it's just more of the fact that I don't think my team can do that. Also, I don't see my team winning 15 games, not talk of 18. So I don't know. I still feel like the title is still Man City's own, actually. I feel like it's still theirs. And the fact is that we know the reason why Man City has been like this because their players have not like turned up and all that. If at any moment their players decide to turn up, if there's a Cancelo playing those wicked deliveries, creating chances, creating chances, and Haaland, once there are chances to finish, Haaland will always be there to finish them. So I don't know. I still feel like I'm the one hunting Man City, not the other way around, where they feel like Man City is hunting me. I still feel like Man City are still they are still the goats of the league. We are the one trying to meet up to them and all that. Yeah, they have been bad. They've not been playing as good as they can. And I think me and GB we've had this discussion for private, and I still feel like I'm still of the opinion that Alan signing is still the reason why they are like this. Because I feel like Guardiola is trying to keep on playing the same way he plays with Haaland. But Haaland in that system is very different from every other person that has played in that system. So I feel like he probably has to come up with I don't know, come up with something else. And this is Guardiola. He can always come up with something else at any time. Because this is not the first time De Bruyne has been bad. This is not the first time Cancelo has been bad. And still yet, Man City still find a way to play well and get the results and all that. And I feel like that is because all the players in the system then they were playing together very well. Like it was easy for them compared to Haaland now. Haaland, you can't take it away from him. He's a very, very good finisher of the ball. But apart from that, he gives the team almost nothing.
Okay, wait.
So
wait. When people tell me this, Haaland is the reason why. Like when I look at it, I'm like, okay, yeah, it might actually be the reason why. But before, when this guy was being successful, nobody was saying it was the reason why Man City are flying.
That is because the teams he was playing for. That is because the team. That's because the team was playing for.
Okay, continue.
Nobody complains about him or that team because, bro, you are not expecting Dortmund to actually do anything.
No, I'm talking about when he first came to Man City. Like he was having success there.
No. When he came to Man City,
I mean, he scored a hat-trick against United, even if I don't like to say it.
Was evident.
That was
it was evident when Haaland came to Man City that Man City cannot keep playing the same way. Yeah, he was good then, but like GB mentioned, it was because there were loads of chances for him to finish from. Even the matches whereby he scored 3 goals, he scored 2 goals, he probably missed 4 good chances and that's in those matches. He was having.
But then I remember this time last season, everybody was always saying Man City needs a striker with all the chances that we're creating.
Right?
Yeah, but it's
okay.
Man City needs a striker because we all feel like all these chances they are creating, they are supposed to have someone at the end that is finishing it. I was part of them also. But the fact is we can see now that without those mobile players they use as a 9, those chances are not coming freely. I'm not before you cut me off, they've actually been creating loads of chances also before the World Cup. All I'm saying is this is not the first time KDB you have there's no season where the KDB will not be having this kind of performance. Even last season, Cancelo at the time he was poor also, but still I feel like because the front line was very, very mobile and all that, it was easy for them to just create chances. It was easy for Jesus to like move to the wing, for Foden to go inside. So, but like this time around, it's not happening that way. This is something that can be worked on because no matter how I want to say it, Alan is a very, very good finisher. If Guardiola, and I'm very sure Guardiola is going to do it, he'll be able to like get new ideas across to the players, and very, very soon, Man City, Haaland, KDB, and everybody, they'll be firing everywhere. I'm very, very sure of that. But the fact is, Guardiola has been trying it, and we can all see that the same system that worked for him last season, where he had mobile players throughout his front line, I don't think it's that same. This is going to work. I think he tried tweaking that in the last game by using Alvarez and Holland together, and still, it's just not there. I feel like he has something else he can try. I'm very, very sure Guardiola always has something he can try. So maybe when that comes around, I see Man City winning. They can just start winning their next 18 games. Like I said, they've done it twice already. They've done it twice. There was a season, I think that was 2 seasons ago, 3 seasons ago, whereby they and Liverpool were fighting for it. And bro, the only difference between who won the league and who didn't win it was that Man City won Liverpool once, and Liverpool was unable to beat them. That was all. There was only a point between that. Man City won 18 straight games. I can remember that, like as I'm talking, I can remember those out goals from Sterling, whereby against Crystal Palace, against Southampton, he just scored out back. They have won it 9 minutes, 18 straight games. Bro, it is not a fluke. It is not a fluke. And they've done it. I think they did it last season. I think like 12 straight games or so, or 13. They did it again. So this Man City is a team that they can just decide to like turn up at any time. Like JB said, Guardiola throwing them under the bus might actually spark the players to like do something to become, have the fire in their belly. Like if you put it like you don't have fire in their belly, maybe it will give them the fire they need in their belly. But I feel like Guardiola does not like change the way the team plays right now. I feel like this is going to continue. But Guardiola is the world best coach. He's the best. He has created so many solutions, things that are tougher than this. So I expect him creating a solution for this also. As far as the league is concerned, I'm more concerned about getting the top four and others. I don't want to get carried away. I don't want to get carried away. The league is still Man City's to lose, actually. It's still Man City's. Bro, it's just, I think we have just 5 points, or let's say 8 points, because 5.7. And bro, I will still play them twice. There is every possibility that they will beat me in 2 matches, or probably I will draw one and they will beat me one. So, and I will still drop a lot of points. I still have to play Liverpool at Anfield. That's the end. I don't see myself winning at Anfield because it is Anfield. So let's just see how it goes. Let's see how it turns out. But for now, I still see Man City as they want to take the league. I'm just there, trying to amass enough points for me to secure my top four finish and be in the Champions League next season.
Okay, MGB, a score prediction for Man City. Or do you want to add anything to what K said?
I think a lot of the stuff that K said is actually true. I still don't accept like Haaland is the problem. I think KDB has always been out of form, but it's been very rare for us to see KDB, Cancelo, Foden, Walker, like more than one or two players going out of form at the same time. And I think it's even more than out of form. After the World Cup, KDB didn't play well at the World Cup. He didn't. Bernardo Silva didn't play well at the World Cup. Cancelo didn't play well at the World Cup. Foden actually did his best when he came in, except for England. But I think it's the hunger thing. I think that's what it is to me. Like Rico Lewis, every time this guy plays, it's just so different. I just feel this boy is young. Like he's hungry, I don't want to spend so much time talking about Man City. So yeah, I think 2-0. 2-0.
We are taking away this another factor there, this World Cup factor.
Yeah, I think Man City had the highest players.
Had more players in World Cup, and many of them, the morality of the World Cup is playing out in their mind.
Yeah, maybe so.
Everybody went for World Cup now.
No, but like they had the highest going for World Cup in.
They had the highest going for.
The highest is just about one or two numbers. A lot of Chelsea players went for World Cup.
No, but you guys have five. You guys have 5 players lesser than them. You guys have 5 players lesser than them.
And most of the players that went to the World Cup, well, I wouldn't say that they were all starting for their countries. So maybe KDB was starting, Me personally, I didn't think KDB had a very bad World Cup. I just think Belgium were horrible as a whole. I think KDB did his part.
He did
What?
it though. KDB didn't play well.
I watched all their matches now. KDB tried for that team. That team was just very horrible as a whole. Like, and the fact that he was being used in a system that I felt he was tired of playing or he didn't want to play at that point in time. He wanted to play more centrally, and this guy doesn't want him to play centrally. He wants him to play right next to the striker, out wide. What?
Bernardo Silva, Cancelo.
I mean, Cancelo was not starting.
Because, anyway, don't let us spend too much time on Man City.
Jesse, please, your score prediction on Wolves Man City.
I think that it's going to end Man City 2-1.
2-1.
I'm following Jesse predictions now. I'm scared of this guy, like, especially halftime predictions. To be honest.
Mr. Augustine, please, your score prediction.
Yeah, 2-1.
2-1. Okay. Let's move to the big one now. Liverpool versus Chelsea. Jesse, how confident are you going into this match? Going to Anfield to play Liverpool? Do you think you guys can come off with the 3 points? Or
I mean, right now I feel that this is the best time we could have played Liverpool. Like where they are at their weakest, they don't have Van Dijk and they don't have a lot of players. But that being said, you need to know that like normal league form and then big matches form in Premier League, I feel like it's always different because every big match that Chelsea have played this season, they have actually played very well. Even though we have not won all of them, but we have played well in most of them. But then against the smaller teams, we have done a lot of rubbish. So I think I'm not going to read too much into the fact that they lost to Brighton, them 3-0, even though they could not score. I'm not going to read too much into that fact, but I'll just say that this is the best time that we could have played Liverpool. Because I think if you make another signing in this January transfer window and maybe Van Dijk came back, it's having been much more difficult to play them. I think right now the two midfields are so poor, it will be a very end-to-end game. So it's just be between the attack of Chelsea and the defense of Liverpool and Liverpool's attack and Chelsea's defense. I think because of the fact that we have players like Zakaria, Kante, those players that can hold down the midfield are injured, and Liverpool's players that are out of form and their midfield is not playing very well. It'll be a very end-to-end game. So yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow, and I hope that Chelsea can be able to win because I think those will be 3 points that we really, really need at this point in the season.
Yeah. Mr. Augustine, what do you think about Liverpool this season? Why do you think they've not been as good as they were? Because I based it on them being tired from last season because they went for all the trophies and then they played all the games and then this season is like they're just tired and burnt out. But what do you think? Yeah.
I have not been a fan of Liverpool because I don't think that apart from playing Man U, there's no other team that they have the energy to play. And I have a friend who is so passionate about Liverpool that makes me want to have interest in it. But I think that the major thing that like Liverpool is so their ambition for last year is affecting them for this season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and most of Van Dijk especially will be absent because apart from playing the football, he has a team control in that midfield, and it's really affecting them. And I don't know much about what club could do, but I think he should just run that race this season and try to adjust his team for the next season. Yeah,
okay.
Because there's hardly anything he can do now. Because there's no much young players that could fit in and bring that fire out of Liverpool. And for tomorrow, I think Chelsea is going to have a day.
Okay. GB, Liverpool, what do you think Liverpool needs to do? Like concerning tomorrow's game. And I've heard some people saying the reason why they are not performing well is because their midfield they're getting old and everything. But then he has Abby Elliott, he has Curtis Jones. I think Curtis Jones is injured at the moment. So you think if all these players come back, they'll be able to get their season back? Do you think so? And what do you think the game style should be? Because I know Klopp is not going to try and deviate from how he knows how to play. We still want to press high and everything. So what do you think they need to do tomorrow?
I think, to be honest, I think even if their players come back from injury, I don't think their biggest issue is like their players having injury, because we've seen at different points this season. Okay, fine, they've not had all their best players together at once, but Van Dijk has been in the team. There's been issues. Luis Diaz was there. I think Luis Diaz adds something different to the game anyway. But Luis Diaz has been there. There's been issues. The last game I played against Brighton, their midfield was Thiago, Fabio, and I can't remember the third guy. I don't know if it was Keita or something, but that's still one of their strongest lineup that they can bring out. So first, I think there is an issue with the coaching, to be honest. I think there's an issue with the instructions being passed and the players. Secondly, I think there is an issue with the team itself. Like I think you've said, the going so far and not being able to, catch up with everything that they wanted to, and now there's the lapse with this season. And thirdly, I think if it was any other club, they probably would have sacked Klopp by now, to be honest. A top 6 club by now would probably have sacked Klopp. But you can't. I mean, they wouldn't, because who else would they bring in? We can say that. And so I guess Chelsea tomorrow. I don't know, because I think Chelsea, like Jesse said, this is the best time to play Liverpool. Like right now, because they are at one of their lowest points. And yeah, I think Liverpool just they ordering the team right now. And I don't know. I think it's just going to be them trying to rock the finishes. Because this season, I don't know that particular thing that Klopp can just do and then changes everything. I think it's a very, very deep-rooted issue. And it's not going to just be fixed overnight. Maybe till next season.
Yeah. Okay. Kay, which of the teams do you think has been worse this season between Liverpool and Chelsea? Who do you think has been a better team? And going to the match, who do you think will win? What's your score prediction?
Okay. Well, I don't know. I feel like can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah, I feel like I think it should be Liverpool actually, because you can still excuse Chelsea. You can excuse Chelsea because Chelsea has they changed their manager, new ownership, and all that. You can probably expect them to not play as well. But Liverpool, they have the same set of I think it was just Mane that left or something. Yeah. So I feel like Liverpool has been they've been very, very poor this season. I think poorer than Chelsea for me, because nothing changed. Not like a lot of things changed. So the actual problem, nobody knows it. For Chelsea now, we can always talk about probably the coach is not fitted for the club. We can talk about maybe it's because of the ownership change and all that. But for Liverpool, you can't point at anything, and you can't tell me this is happening because Mane left the club or something. You can't tell me that. So nobody knows what is wrong with Liverpool. So I feel like Liverpool they have been the poorest this season. They have been very, very poor. Maybe maybe they should not fight for the title. Or no, not them being ninth or something. That is too poor. Not like we are expecting Chelsea to be 10th, but Chelsea has an excuse. They have an excuse of a new coach, new ownership, and all that. But Liverpool, they have nothing. There's nothing they can say. There's no let's agree that they've had loads of injury this season. Yeah, they've had loads of injury. But I don't know why I just struggle to take it out as an excuse, because when it happened to us now, so nobody took it as an excuse. I feel like you should be able to do enough. So I feel like they should be able to do enough too. They're very, very poor. Chelsea still has an excuse of new ownership and all that. So, and for the match, I don't know. Anfield is still Anfield this season, even with how poor Liverpool has been this season. I'm not sure. Have they lost at Anfield? I'm not sure they have lost.
Yes.
So Leeds are beating them with Van Dijk on the pitch.
Leeds.
Okay, Leeds. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Leeds. Yeah.
But
those are the kind of things that can.
They've lost too many games.
Mm.
Yeah, so this is the Anfield. I didn't mean that the match will be played at Stamford Bridge now. Maybe I can like edge Chelsea. But bro, this is the Anfield. I don't know. I just feel like Liverpool should be able to do enough to avoid defeat. It might be a draw. They might end up winning, but I feel like they should be able to do enough to avoid that match. This is played at Anfield. Yeah.
Okay. GP, your score prediction.
I actually fancy Chelsea to win. I just feel like somewhere, somehow, this new signings will bolster the squad. Maybe.
Or because
Like
Jesse
he
supports
said, I
you.
think no. I've always been a Potter. I mean, I've always been a Potter guy. Like,
Yeah.
I think he has been really unlucky with the injuries. Anfield is Anfield too, so maybe a draw. I don't think Chelsea fans should compare with a draw, to be honest.
Mm-mm. Okay. Mr. Okay.
I mean, want to do second half comeback. Jesse.
Mr. Augustine, your score prediction. Hello? Chelsea to win 1-0. Okay, Jesse, your score prediction.
Okay. Okay, should I go on?
Yes.
Okay, so personally, I think that Chelsea will be able to win tomorrow. I think there's a man that we should watch out for. Our number 15, Mikhail Modric.
This guy, they always do pass yourself. Always.
Okay,
if you never do pass yourself like this,
he's coming tomorrow to come and do some work. I feel like he's going to score twice for us tomorrow.
Twice.
Okay.
I think he's earning.
We don't have much time. Let's talk about.
This guy is laughing at me. Just watch tomorrow. We'll see
Let's use the remaining little time we have to talk about Arsenal, Manchester United, first versus third. Okay, going into this match, how confident are you going into this match?
Omo, that is a very, very tricky question because my heart is like I'm confident, but my head is just saying, bro, man, they have been in a very, very good form. Forget the fact that they dropped 2 points against Crystal Palace. They have been very, very good, very, very good. Like I think you guys won your last 9 matches or so.
Yeah.
So that is very, very good. So Arsenal, we have been in a very, very good form also. Mm-hmm. I feel like for the match, I should be able to do enough to to avoid a defeat also because we are coming to Emirates Stadium and I think I've been good at home this season. I think out of my 8 matches, I only drew 1, and the one was against Newcastle 0-0.
Yeah.
So I've been good at home, and who knows, maybe just that little blip of Crystal Palace getting a 1-1 draw might actually, who knows, it might affect your players' morale and all that. Maybe they won't be as effective and as I don't know. Maybe they won't be fire in their belly. Let me use GB's this thing. Maybe there won't be as much fire in their belly. So who knows? But I feel like Arsenal should be able to do enough to avoid defeat in the match. Since you are coming to Emirates Stadium, you are coming from a match whereby you dropped 2 points and all that. So yeah, I should be able to like if I'm going to predict, I'll predict a 3-1. But like in my head, I know that this is well, Man U are in a very, very good time. You just need 1 or 2 counters because you guys have been explosive through the counters this season. So you just need 1 or 2 counters and probably an offside going your way. Bam. You have a win. So anything can happen. But like Arsenal should be able to do enough to avoid defeat in the match. So if I'm going to predict, I would say 3-1 for Arsenal.
Mr. Augustine, so we are going into this match without Casemiro. We're going. Yeah, so how confident are you going into this match? Are you as confident as K is that are going to beat us 3-1? Or how confident are you?
Yeah, I think with the present form, the two teams are good. But I still believe that there could be a surprise, as you have said. And that surprise, anytime the surprise is in favor of Man U, expect them to win. Yeah. So that's been with them, and this is a two top team, and they are. That match is going to make a statement on how good Arsenal will be able to win the league.
Mhm.
So they're going to come out blazing, and they're young guys ready to spar on. And the absence of Casemiro. If we can hold them down for the first 45 minutes, I see Man U winning in the
Okay.
second half. Yeah.
So your score prediction?
Oh, I said either 1-0 or a draw.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, Jesse. United Arsenal. I know you badly want United to win, but then we're going without Casemiro. If you were Ten Hag, what would you do in the match? Would you, because I've seen a lot of my United fans saying they will put Martinez as a DM, put Shaw center back, and put Manasseh. But what would you do if you were Ten Hag going into the game?
Well, like a great United manager once said, we beat them without Casemiro the first time. We'll do it again. That's what I'll just say. I'll leave it there. Because I mean, I feel that Ten Hag knows what he's going to do already. He knew once Casemiro got the yellow card what he was going to do for the Arsenal match, and I think he has already given us the secret that he did it without Casemiro the first time, and he'll do it again by playing the same lineup that he played for that match. So
I feel like him saying that was just to boost the morale of the fans, because everybody after Casemiro left, everybody were like, I don't care about Arsenal again. Arsenal are going to beat us. I think he was just trying to boost the morale of the squad and the fans.
Well, yeah, that is a fact. When when it initially happened, I was angry, but I felt that Ten Hag just wanted to prove a point that nobody's going to affect what he's going to do. He's going to play what is the lineup he wants to play, and it doesn't matter what happens. He will take it game by game, and he's going to prove a point this Sunday. I just feel like, all these cheap goals that some clubs used to score, they can't score it again against the air. It's not every time you score those type of goals against the air. They have not carried the ball and criticize on it. You'll be ready for the game. So, yeah, that's where I'm just going to leave it. I think that United are going to be very prepared for Arsenal in that match, and they're going to do the job for me.
Okay, score prediction.
I scored the prediction. I'm going to go for United 3-1. I think United will get the first goal, and Arsenal will feel like they have to chase the game, and from there, United will pick them apart.
This guy, I'm watching too much Old Trafford game again. I'm watching Arsenal and Man U in Old Trafford.
No. I think the balance in the squad right now is just something that people are overlooking. What Ten Hag is building is deep inside the players' minds. It's not something that you just say is Old Trafford. It's inside the players, not the stadium. So you watch what will happen on Sunday. I give you my assurance. I'll be here. Me and Kay will be here on Monday. We will talk man to man. We will settle his man to man. He knows.
GB,
he has not said anything.
GB, just close up. Arsenal, Man U, what do you expect in the game? I know everybody expects Arsenal to dominate, but what do you think Ten Hag would do? What do you think Arteta would do? Just.
I think for Arteta, right, it's just sticking to what has been working. Practically, I think they're one of the best teams in the league. For me, my best team tactically would probably be Brighton. But I think tactically, Arsenal has been best. Like you can see the reward of coaching and putting in the same ideas to the players. Like one very thing I saw in the match against Tottenham was this passing the ball into space for Saka instead of taking it wide, like in this half space. Mm-hmm. And then it makes the fullback whether to follow Ben White on the overlap or to sit deep with Saka. So Arsenal is a very, very sound team. Like they are well knitted together. They are first because they deserve it. I think I've said that several times. And I think Man United can beat it. Like they know how to. Like, I think against Man City it was obvious, but I think the one goal changed the game anyway. Yeah. Well, it was obvious that they knew what they wanted to do, and they did it, especially in the first half. They knew where they wanted to sit. They knew the spaces between the players. They knew how to stay behind the ball, how to remain compact, how to fight for the ball. and how to counter. I think on the transition, United is probably the best team in the league right now. And for a while, that has been United's best aspect of the game. So it's more about sitting. I think we all know it's cliche. Arsenal being the one dominating, Man United waiting for their chances and pouncing. But I think if Arsenal gets the early goal, like they've always done for a while now in most of their big games, they could actually defeat United. That's what I think. So that's what I think.
So what's your score prediction?
I think my score prediction really, really depends on who scores the early goal. I think if Arsenal does that, then they would probably win like 2-0 or something. But if the match plays out to a draw and like 60 minutes something, Man United scores more. Sorry for us now.
Log boss, someone Maguire.
I'm going for a 2-1 win Arsenal. I don't know. I just see United winning without Casemiro.
See, United fan.
If Casemiro was playing, I'd have gone for United to win.
Stop
But
it.
then that's all. Okay, Mr. Gasita.
Now that's why I said if we can hold them back for the first 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. And
Okay.
I see them being able to do that.
Okay.
What I'm going to say is these are games like this is what like brings out morale in a player. I just think if McTominay is going to get the nod tomorrow, he's going to want to prove that he wants to be in the team. I think these are honestly the things that motivate players, especially when like they've been benched for a long time. When they come back into the team, they always perform most times.
Jump, you could say, because our midfield would be so loose.
Just watch McTominay. McTominay, that's the about McTominay.
So McTominay in the lineup against Man City, I knew this is going to be wow.
McTominay picks 2 or 3 games in the season, and he finished working in that game. I'll never forget the game. I'll never forget the game against Man City when United needed to win so badly. That McTominay scored the winning goal. Remember that game? McTominay was everywhere in that game. McTominay made every tackle correctly, and he scored the winning goal. So I just feel
Don't worry.
Okay, so we've come to the end of this show. Before we go, Jesse, please just wrap up. Just talk about Spurs and they're playing for them. Just talk about the game and who you think will win, and then we'll close.
I think that Spurs will be able to. Oh, they're playing Fulham.
Yeah.
No, it's a very, very difficult game. It will be a very, very difficult game. I think that they are going to draw that match because of Spurs' second half playing well. I think this time it don't go their way because Man City are levels above them, levels way above them. Their goals that they got, the 2 goals, very how will I put it? They were what's the word I'll use? Lapse of concentration from Man City. So eventually Man City were able to show their quality that they are better than them. So I just feel that in that Fulham game, if they don't start very well, Fulham will score them. But in the second half, they should be able to come back and draw the match.
Okay.
So I'm going for a draw, 2-2.
2-2. Okay, so we've come to the end of this show. Thank you guys for coming to watch. Thank you guys for being here. Okay, any sign off? And if you beat United on Sunday, do you believe Arsenal can win the league finally?
No, not yet. Not as much as Man City has 19 games to play. No, at all. I still stand by it. I will come to this by the end of the season, even if I end up winning the league or not. The fact is, at a point, Man City will go on maybe 10 or 11 games winning this, where it doesn't win all their matches. I will come to it at the end of the season. Maybe I will win the league, maybe not. But like, I'm very, very sure Man City will probably do that very soon. So as for the match, we'll be here now after the match. They say they run the mouth, they run out. This time we talk anything. We'll be here after the match.
We'll be here now. And don't run.
Anything. But you know me now. I can't do run. Anything you have to
talk about.
Light,
you don't take light for your side. No try ammo.
GB,
I know they lie.
GB, your sign off.
I know they lie.
All right. I don't know. I don't know about K. I believe K is just trying to be humble and it's rubbish.
You know, this guy in a bastard. He won't set me up. He wants to set me up.
And I think he's always trying to set K up by always asking him after this match, do you
I don't understand, dude. They just want make I jabo, make Jesse laugh. Umba.
But yeah, exciting stuff tonight. Lovely to have the guests with us, and yeah, hopefully we can discuss after.
Yeah. Okay. Jesse, sign off.
Yeah. Hopefully Chelsea win tomorrow and Arsenal lose on Sunday. That would be my perfect weekend. But anyway, thank you guys for watching.
Your weekend. Your weekend can never be perfect.
Can
Now
I
we
ask
fine
you,
with
Jesse?
that.
Can I ask
And I will laugh.
you?
I will laugh at you.
What's more important, Chelsea winning or United winning?
I think for the context of the whole season at large,
Yeah.
United winning is more important because other games will come for Chelsea.
Guy, this guy now. See, I don't tell you now. This guy has 5% blood, 5% water, 90% hatred for his body. This guy.
Wait. The thing is that as of right now, our top four is like an expectation. So not like we're not 100% certain that we're going to be there. So I don't want to risk it. The fact that if we now win tomorrow, we'll not have to qualify for top four, and that game might cost United the league, that kind of thing. So I'd rather United just win the league and win that game tomorrow.
Like no, I love your energy, Sha. I love your energy. You hate and you make us feel say I hate me. No be say normal.
No hatred, bro. No hatred, bro. You know me, I like Arsenal.
Thunder will fire you. That's the way you talk now. Thunder.
Okay,
I go use your language to tell you.
Okay, our guest tonight, Mr. Augustine. Thank you, and your sign off, and hope you've enjoyed the show today.
Yeah, it was a beautiful one, and I encourage you guys to do more. Believe in the team. Yeah, work together, and always believe that everybody has something good to bring in. Yeah. Hold on to the team.
Yeah, thank you very much. And before we go, if United beats Arsenal on Sunday, do you think we're in the title race?
Oh yes, that is it. That is it. And that will give them the continual morale to move on. And that's going to happen. I wish them that.
Okay. Thank you very much. You've heard it first. If we beat Arsenal, if we heard it TFS, if we beat Arsenal on Sunday, we're in the title race. Thank you. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you Monday. Thank you very much. Okay, it has ended. Thank you guys for coming.